Hi everyone, welcome to Now Found. My name is Courtney Cohen. Where does freedom really come from? We hear this word freedom a lot, but what does it mean and where do we get it? When I was in college and I would walk across campus, I passed this huge building every single day, and across the main entrance of this looming building right in the center of campus read the words, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Now, when I was walking past that, and I'm on a secular state university campus, what could be easily drawn from those words is that we're all there to find freedom through knowledge. The truth, surely it's knowledge, because we want to be free to pursue whatever vocation we want, whatever life we want. And so in order to do that, we have to come to this institution and we have to take these classes and we have to glean the information, gain the knowledge. And from that point, then we can find our freedom. So in that instance, truth really equaled knowledge. But the thing is, that inscription actually comes from the Bible. It's in John 8:32, and it does say, "You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free." Now, what's going on in the context, because context matters when we're reading the Bible, Jesus is talking to people about how important it is to abide in His word. Well, what does that mean? Well, a little bit earlier in that gospel in John 1, it actually shares with us that Jesus, before coming to earth, was called the Word. And in John 14:6, he makes a bold, pretty crazy statement. He says, "I am the way and the truth and the life." I am the way, not one way. I am the way. I am the truth, and I am the life. We hear this buzz phrase a lot, live your truth. And, it sounds great. It sounds nice, but that gives us this idea that there isn't absolute truth. And that's a very popular belief right now, that you live your truth. Your truth may be different than my truth, but the whole thing about truth is it's either true or not. Look up the definition of truth. It's true or it's untrue. There is no wiggle room despite how we may want to offer that in. We either believe what is truth or we don't. And here's the thing, Jesus himself says that he is the truth. Truth isn't merely written with ink on paper. Truth is a person. Truth is a person. And our freedom comes not through gathering up more knowledge. It comes through knowing him and walking in a relationship with him. So when we're talking about living in freedom, it doesn't just mean that we look at the way we live as our behavior, or the truth that we believe as the knowledge we've acquired, or the life that we are pursuing as referring to eternity, whether we go to heaven or hell or nowhere. That's not what it's talking about. There is the way, the truth, and the life. Now, the way is living in a daily relationship with Jesus. Like your spouse, if you're married, one way to continue having a positive relationship with them is to communicate, to talk about your day, to do life together, to do the mundane things, to experience the highs and the lows of life. And that's what God asks of us, is to come and experience life with him. It's not about religion, it's not about rituals, it's about relationship with him. Now, the truth, it's not knowledge. The truth is found when we completely depend on God as our source. When he is our source rather than trusting ourselves, because we just don't know everything. We just don't. The smartest person, the most intelligent person who ever existed is only using about 1% to 2% of their brain. So how about we go to the creator of all, who has all capacity, who has everything that we need, and we depend on him. That's living in truth. Now, living in life, yes, eternity is something we need to think about. Absolutely. Where are we going to spend eternity? How are we going to spend eternity? But there's also something else that I think we can tend to forget. And Jesus came that we have abundant life now. He came to give us peace now. He came to give us a prosperity of soul now. Does that always equate to a huge bank account? No. Does that always equate to fame? No. Does that always equate to things working out exactly the way that you want and expect them to work out? No. But within all of the things that may be difficult or struggles or tragic circumstances, devastating circumstances, even in the midst of that, there can still be joy and there can still be peace and love because we rely on Him for life rather than us and our situation. Living in freedom can really be much simpler than we make it out to be. And it can bridge this gap between people who aren't really familiar with the Bible and people who have been studying it for decades. Because it's not just about memorizing all the verses, though that's great discipline and that's a wonderful tool. It's not all about that. It is about building an ongoing relationship with a person. Today, I want to offer you a free resource. It is a book called Finding Faith That Overcomes. This follows 7 imperfect people who have a huge faith and a huge impact on this world, and they overcome obstacles that are the same kinds of things that we face every single day. They have discovered what it means to live in the way and the truth and the life and to walk out that freedom that God gives them through relationship. So go to nowfound.org and you can go claim your free copy today. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to follow the channel and make sure that you don't miss anything. And always remember, you are never too lost to be found.